Good morning. This is Sarah Perry Intuitive, and this is the Universal Financial Report for the week of Monday. It's the 16th of May 2022. If you'd like a private consultation with myself, then please do go down to my website www.sarahperry.me. Just to let you know, there is a wait list, but if you'd like to get onto that wait list, then do click on the link provided on the website. Thank you for all of you joining me today. This is a very, very important time as we are in the middle of a lunar eclipse, and it is in Scorpio, which means things will be revealed, secrets, darkness, but it's all for the good. Everything links back to November last year and February. So have a look at what was going on then and see if there are any patterns that you can recognize. All these ebbs and flows that have been happening lately are so things can become more valuable. Just be aware right now of any too many big investments. Okay, really do look at things clearly. I'm getting kind of push from the outside, or outside influences saying go for that, you know, get into that cryptocurrency. It's time to, bet on that. It's time to push forwards with these stocks and shares. And you may not be feeling it inside, and it's really important to listen to that little voice. It isn't a good time to run before you can walk right now. So if something new pops up that you haven't recognised, that everyone may be talking about, it doesn't mean that it's a good time. Okay, Mercury retrograde is not the best time to start something new. And the reason why is because everything is a bit cloudy and you don't get all the information, although this lunar eclipse will pop things up every now and again. And, maybe in your sense of intuition is saying, this isn't a good idea, listen to that. It's generally after the retrograde, which will be after June the 2nd, that things will become much clearer. And you may find there's a better offer. I do see something rolling in all of a sudden. Now, we're coming into the third week of May, and I do feel that there's going to be a little bit of a knock-on effect with this eclipse and something changing dramatically. Now, for some of you, you may have invested in something quickly and there could be a fall. Just see it as a clearing. It isn't easy when we experience loss to not react in a lost way, okay? But it's really important that you stay on the high vibration and just say, okay, that's the universe saying I didn't mean it. Remember, when the pot is empty, there is room for it to fill. When it's full, it will overflow, and you may just end up with stuff that gets stuck, old energy, old money, the old investments that aren't really working, and the new stuff that you're filling on the top is just disappearing. It's got nowhere to go. So either create a new pot, a new deposit account, or clear the old one. I think it's really important to clear the old one though. Many people are going to understand some important ingredients of their life this week, and about where their energy lies, where they are putting their stocks and who they are sharing with. Like I said, some secrets may come to light, and I'm seeing a few interviews, discussions about things, and then realizations that actually it's time to change path. So if you are finding that you are blocked, that the doors are shutting in your face one time after another, where you feel like everything is just sinking and you're now having to learn to swim, it's because you can. All right, it's because you're being shown extra skills that you have. Maybe you're being pushed up the ladder higher, and the universe and spirit wants you to set your sights higher and expand more. And say it's you have to stop being the student. It's time now to be the manager of your own life and take the lead. Now, I do see a lot of luck here coming in writing, but do check things if you are sending an email of how it might be received. It's always a really good idea after you send something is to read it through afterwards as if you were the person receiving it. Be aware of emotion that gets involved, especially if you're feeling a little bit het up, because the full moon always brings that. there might be a few outbursts coming or people reacting in funny ways. We've got this Mars retrograde energy around as well, which is coming in December. And it's not till December, but it only comes every 2 years and it's for 2 months. And at that point, it's like everyone takes their foot off the accelerator and the engine isn't working. And it can create more frustration. But because it's in this year and it's highlighted in this year, it will vibrate through the rest of the time as well. So, people have been angry for a long time because of what's been going on, in the world, the government and everything. However, you don't have to buy into that. Okay, you can step back from it. You can make a choice. We all have a choice in a moment whether we react or we don't react or how we're going to react. Now, the east area of wherever you're working or in your home is the area of arguments and high tempers rising, although this month it's actually quite a lucky area. Put some red there, put a red light, maybe a light bulb or a red mat if you've got a doorway going into that area. Fire will help, and I don't mean go and burn down your kitchen or anything like that, but any warm colours like that will help neutralise any high emotions and reduce arguments. If you are going to have an argument, see if you can move into a different room because it might be a little bit better. Now, this month there are a lot of lucky areas in your home and in the office. However, it moves. There's a combination of things. The central area of your home or workplace, and I mean that circle that's in the centre, if you imagine it's all divided into 9 sections, is really for the whole year the area of less good luck, okay, less fortune, things going wrong. If you're finding things are happening that way or you're getting something and it's taken away, add some metal in that area. I'm quite lucky because I've got a great big metal radiator in that area, but what I did is made lots of metal hangings. You can buy things on the internet as well, feng shui cures, to reduce the energy. But do check out my newsletter as there's all information on that, particularly for this month, and next month I will be going into it as well. Now, watch out for some important phone calls. I feel like some people might be so caught up in their own business or stuff this week that you miss something important and the phone rings off, or the phone is just vibrating in your bag, or you're just not paying attention. I'm getting the sense if you're waiting, if something important is coming, you may have to wait a long time, especially if you've been waiting for an appointment or an interview. So keep your communicating devices close by, because I'm just getting this sense of if you do get caught up in the rigmarole of what's going on and the busyness that could come in this week, you might miss something important, and then you'll realise that you have invested in something that isn't so productive. Now these eclipses are really, and this month are really pointing and focusing on abundance, financial status. People will be looking at the way they do things now, because as we know, everything is going up. Prices are skyrocketing, and it might be time to downsize some certain things. Let go of being afraid of just dropping something if necessary, if it's becoming a burden. I know you may have put a lot of work into it, you may have invested a lot of energy, but consider stuff, as things, as objects, and that they don't define us, they don't make who we are. We define our own, and if you are free to move about and do things without all the clobber, then you can easily move from a lesser positive situation into a much more high energy and a much happier place. Okay, we all have the ability now to tap into our own skills, and that's what Spirit wants us to do, and step up our game. be the best that we can, but actually know we are the best that we can be as well. It's really important to stop looking again at everybody else and what they're doing and how they feel, because so much is coming from fear right now, and there are so many insecurities around. If you're feeling insecure and worried, you are going to attract that as well, so be aware. But I do see new beginnings that are really have got a lot of loving energy coming in. We have got a lovely Venus vibration coming in, and I feel like some things can be put to rest. Connect with those you love. See what is important in your life. Look at the priorities, the time that you actually spend with your loved ones, and how much time you've been wasting on something that is really, if it is ineffective now. When a house price drops, we realise that we have no control. It's like or when a disaster happens, we have no control. And at the end of the day, it's who's left standing and what we have left standing that remains important, and that is the connection we have with people we care about. That's the greatest investment that you can make this month. And if it's something that you do in work, really consider what you're passionate about. And if something has been taken from you, is it time? Is it really the worst time in your life? I mean, was it something you wanted anyway? So I hope this has helped you. If you'd like a private reading, then get on down to my website, saraparry.me, and I will be happy to put you on the waiting list, and I will speak to you soon. Bye for now.